Welcome to Creating and Using Standard Task Templates, presented by AssetWise Performance Management. In this topic, you will learn how to create and use standard task templates in APM. A previous topic provided an overview of standard task templates, what they are, and how they differ from standard tasks. Now we will look at how to create a standard task template in AssetWise APM. You will recall that a standard task template is a reusable plan that allows you to quickly create standard tasks for a group of assets. The task template contains much of the same information that is defined on a standard task, including resource requirements, the indicators to be read, and the procedures and documents that are applicable to the task. The templates are intended for use with several similar assets based on the asset type. Here is an example of a change oil task template that is applied to 3 standard tasks for similar truck assets. To create a standard task template, open the site's Reliability Program view. Click the Program and then the Tasks tab, and then select the template's configuration. Click New to open a standard task window. The task number is automatically assigned. It can be changed if necessary, but the number must be unique. Note that although we are creating the template at a site, the template is owned at the enterprise level. Enter a title that describes the work. On the Details tab, make selections or entries. Select a work type from the drop-down list. This is a mandatory field. The work type selected affects the types of information that can be entered on the task. For example, if a work type that does not include indicator information is selected, the Inspection tab is not available and you cannot add indicators to the task or any work orders created from it. Select a work classification. These are used to group work order tasks into categories for the site. You can filter and sort lists of tasks based on the classification. Set the work priority. This describes the urgency of the work and when it should be completed. Set the expected frequency and operating condition that the asset must be in when the task is performed. If you want, you can identify the maintenance group that will perform the task. Select the technology used to determine the condition of in-service equipment to predict when maintenance should be performed. If an indicator collection set is to be referenced on both the indicator and standard task, enter the appropriate set. If it is appropriate, select the scheduling priority to be used for the task. Enter a brief description of this template and its expected use. This is helpful to users when they're looking for templates to use when creating standard tasks. If your organization uses APM for reporting employee time worked or for repairable spares, click the Task Options tab and choose the options you want to use with the template. Set the triggering option for tasks created from this template. You can prevent tasks from being triggered unless the asset, the site, or both have a designated status. Click the Template Options tab and select the options to use when the standard task and asset indicators are created. When the template is used and a standard task does not already exist for the asset, select whether the template is used or if a standard task is to be created. When the template is used to create a standard task, choose which asset indicators should be considered. Match the template's indicators to those on the standard task asset and its descendants, or match the template's indicators to those on the standard task asset only. Click the Asset Types tab. Since standard task templates are associated with asset types rather than specific assets, you must identify the applicable asset types used with the template. You can select specific types or make the template available for use with all asset types. Here we will select the intercooler asset type. You can add planning information to the task template. On the Planning tab, you can identify the planner and primary trade. You can specify the duration of the task and the number of days prior to the task start date when materials are needed. You can specify a shutdown type if applicable. You can also add labor requirements such as trades and the number of trades that are required. The amount of time required for each trade is also identified. Materials, tools, and contracted services can also be added to the template. Select the indicator templates that are to be added to the task template. Asset indicators cannot be used on task templates because task templates are not designed for a specific asset. Note also that you cannot set up an inspection route that selects indicators to read dynamically based on route assets and matching criteria. When you create a standard task from a task template, APM maps the indicator templates on the task templates to the asset indicators on the selected asset and its descendants. For example, an indicator template temperature would be mapped to the temperature indicator on the asset. If an appropriate indicator does not already exist on the asset, APM creates a new asset indicator and adds it to the new standard task. Click the Inspection tab and then browse for indicator templates to include on the task template. You can use filters to narrow the number of indicator templates to choose from. Check each indicator that you want to select and then click OK. When browsing for indicator templates, you can also enter a keyword in the Quick Search field. You may want to include documents such as procedures to the task template. Click the Documents tab and then browse for existing documents to add. Place a check beside each document to add and then click OK. In this example, we won't add any documents. Attachments can also be added to the template. To do this, from the menu bar, select Tools, Attachments, and then New. Browse for the attachment and click OK. Save the template. It is now ready to be used as the basis for standard tasks. In addition to creating a standard task template from scratch, as has been shown here, you can also create a new template that is a copy of an existing template. From the Task Templates Standard Task menu, select Standard Task, Create, Copy. A new template is created with all of the values and settings of the original template, although a new task template number has been assigned. You can modify the template in any way to make it unique. For example, you might choose to change the task template frequency and some or all of the indicator templates that were copied from the original template. When editing is complete, save the template. To create a standard task from a template, open the site's Reliability Program view. Click the Program and then the Tasks tab. Click the drop-down beside New and select Standard Task and then From a Template. A Create Standard Task from a Template dialog opens. Browse for the template to use. On the Standard Task Selector dialog, select the Task Templates configuration. You can scroll the list of templates or enter a keyword to search for. Select the template to use and click OK. Select the asset for the new standard task. Enter the asset number or browse for the asset. On the Asset Selector dialog, you can use the asset hierarchy or an asset listing. If using the hierarchy, expand the hierarchy to the asset to use. Click it and then click OK. Click OK. The Standard Task window opens to the Property view. The task number is automatically assigned. It can be changed if necessary, but the number must be unique. A standard task cannot have the same number as a task template. The title and task details from the template are automatically included on the new task. Note that some task details can be modified whereas others cannot. Changes that you may make affect how the task is updated from the template. Save and close the standard task. The task template can be used any number of times. When it is used to create standard tasks, a link between the standard task and the template is maintained. In summary, in this unit you have learned how to create a standard task template in AssetWise APM. You have seen that although the task template is created at a site, the template is owned by the enterprise and is available for use at all sites. You now know that asset types are used for the task template rather than individual assets. You have learned how indicator templates are referenced on a standard task template. You have learned that a task template can be created as a copy of an existing template. And finally, you have learned how to create a new standard task from a task template. For more information about standard task templates and their use, refer to the APM online help. In an upcoming module, you will learn how to work with standard task templates in APM. Thank you for watching Creating and Using Standard Task Templates.